We make the strings
louder.
Holy shit. So 2 hours into my nap, and it's time to go drift, I guess.
So we did. There's only like a top 8, and we just did that. And I made it through the first round in the top 4. Went up against Levi, and he eliminated me in that. So I think I'm battle for 4th or a half. I don't know what happened, but basically as soon as that battle stopped, this started. And
show him your face, Trevor. Look at that face. Look at that beard.
Is that nice? It's kind of grimy. I was supposed to trim it for today, but it didn't happen.
Well, it's alright, because look at my beautiful hair. Isn't that lovely?
I do like that. It's better than that fucking mop top you had. You look like Velma.
Velma? What?
Oh, fucking Scooby-Doo.
Oh. Her legs are like this?
Yeah. Take it for real. Oh, and then Levi took off my bumper, but he didn't take it off in the spot that I fixed it.
So if somebody asked, I wouldn't go to my car cover.
Alright, so now we're just kind of waiting a little bit. Hey, did you get
black BMW?
Hey, did you get knocked out?
Black BMW? Huh?
You got knocked out?
You see the black BMW there? My lead line was on point.
Yeah.
Long run, however, I cut it. Didn't go well. I kept up with him, but it looked like shit.
Yeah. Well, shit. So we got some of the drift cars in here. The ones that, I mean, mine's got windows. Wes's doesn't have windows at all. You see all the time attack guys over here. The ones that stay, well, they all went over there underneath the thing. A lot of them are still in line. They were sitting in their cars. What else? Tons of water. All after this.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
I can watch it. We got water in the cold.
Initially we only had, well, there's a couple of cage drivers that ended up, you know, putting their cars in the wall and stuff, and I think about 5 guys, not all cage guys, I think it was like 2 or 3 guys that had cages basically knocked themselves out before because they hit the wall. So I think we had closer to 12 cage guys when we first showed up, and then this year was only supposed to be 8, so they did a top 8 bracket, and then they did and then one guy got his car fixed, so they did a 9th, and basically put it in there and kind of changed a few things. Yeah, so I made it through the first battle against Matthew's RV25 coupe, and he made a couple mistakes in there, so I moved on. I went ahead and my next battle was in the top 4. I went against Levi. He has the LS6 E36 silver BMW. I went up against him, and you know, I made some mistakes, you know, some weird corrections behind him, and you know, kind of stopped, and not really stopped, but just kind of choked myself up at one point. So he got the win on that one. So basically, then I would have continued. I would have battled again. Basically, the person who lost the next battle and I would have been battling for 3rd. But anyhow, so Ethan, his car broke, so the guy who he was going up against got an automatic win. Levi already beat me, so it was Levi and the other guy with the Mustang. And so basically they won, so I automatically got 3rd, which kind of sucks because I didn't, you know, I would really like to have actually, you know, done something or earned it or went up against somebody and had like you know, it would have been like, oh well, you know, you won type of thing. Other than, oh well, shit, you know, I won, I guess. But you know, that stuff always happens. So you know, I guess it puts me up in the points a little bit more. But had a pretty good day so far, or you know, overall. And yeah, it was pretty nice. It kind of the track dried out enough to where we could have the tandem battle, or the tandem battles, and then the singles guys pretty much had a completely dry track. But yeah. Oh, and so there's a lot of people been moving to Colorado, you know, for the pot and all that shit. But so if you know, and I don't want any more people to move to Colorado because there's too damn many. But if you move here and you build a drift car, and you build a tandem drift car with a cage in it, then move to Colorado, or if you have one, come to Colorado and move here, and then go to all the Drift Colorado events, and then we can drift together. But today it's more people. I mean, it's nice to have you know, like a top 16 at least for the tandem guys. That makes for a lot of fun and you know, lots of driving, and it's pretty cool because then you get comfortable with a lot of people. That's one thing I really like about the Pro-Am. There's such a, you know, normally there's 24 or so guys that show up to those events, so it's really nice to actually have a lot of consistent guys with similar cars and power levels and driver skill going against each other. So that's always nice. That's why I really like going to the Pro-Am things, not necessarily to get my you know, FD license, because that's just a crazy expensive, you know, journey, but yeah, so it's just nice to drive with a bunch of people like that. Alright, so just got all unloaded at the shop. This is well, I made me some alcoholic you know, distilled water washer fluid thing for that little pump sprayer I got in there. Didn't really have to use that much today, but let's see. Oh, kind of overview the brakes, the factory ones I put on the front. Those still feel like shit. The brake booster feels like shit. Like the whole situation just kind of still feels like shit. You know, as far as, here, I'll put the camera. One of you guys told me I need to quit pointing at my chin. I'm gonna trim the beard. This thing's getting pretty grimy. What else? I'm going to install probably the brake booster delete. I drove one of my buddy's cars at the event. Casey, the guy who I went up to a shop M-Spec with the 2J VVT-i and the, you know, 370 trans and that whole thing. They have the little donut box set up there, so I went ahead and I did the little donut in there, like brake boosted in like second gear, and I mean, it was awesome. The pedal was pretty stiff. It was like really firm. I mean, you can only push it down, you know, probably about an inch if you really tried. But I mean, it felt great as far as that aspect of actually being able to, you know, like left foot brake when you're in boost, which is a huge issue since, I mean, I've just used the left foot brake as my technique ever since I've had the LS, and I'm just used to being able to do that. Whereas now I really have to fight it. You know, when I'm doing certain drifts or you know, certain places, I really wish I could use it a little bit more, and it just fights me. The ebrake is absolute shit. I can't get it to, I was trying to put a different caliper on it last night on the driver's side, and you know, ended up running a little bit late and deciding to go home and actually try to get a little bit of sleep. So I got like 2 hours. Yeah, so I think a long time ago I did a little hydro e-brake install. I have this, you know, the hydro e-brake, the 2 sets of calipers. I already have the rear 300ZX, or the PBM drop knuckle. It has basically an extra set of ears. See them peeking right there, to bolt up dual 300ZX calipers. And I have the rotor as well. Pretty much everything. I have the lines, like literally I could just bolt it on. The issue that I had with it before is, I mean, you had to pull that thing so damn hard, like your fingers would hurt before it would actually lock up, and it just wasn't smooth and consistent. But we ended up taking one of the calipers apart, you know, about a couple months ago, and it it had, one of it was seized. So I probably gonna go ahead and do that, like put that back on with the unseized caliper now. Some different brake fluid that, you know, well, Casey's car had the ASD Hydro, basically same exact setup as this would be, and you know, ripped it around and pulled the e-brake, and I mean, it felt great. But yeah, car did great. Single turbo did great. You know, it was basically around 11 pounds, and then about red line it goes to about 14, but the AFRs are, you know, about 11.3 in full boost or so. But yeah, car did great. Stayed in third pretty much all day. I tried fourth once. It kind of bogged a little bit too much. I mean, cause you come out of the little like loop and then and go to shift up, and it just kind of bogs. But just had it in third all the day. They tightened the course up, and yeah, banging the shit out of the limiter in third. Kind of boggy in fourth. But yeah, overall pretty happy with the car. One other little issue that I had. All right, hold on. So I knew this over here was going to be an issue. On the, see right, that guy. It's basically another one of these little coolant block off thing. They're more so vacuum nipples. They're not meant for coolant pressures and heat and cold and all that stuff, and expanding and contracting, you know, a million times, especially down by a turbo manifold. So that started pissing coolant right after the top 4 battle. Then it started raining, so I had time to, you know, let it cool off. I had an extra nipple, went ahead and put that on, you know, filled it up with bottled water, and it's good to go. So then I did basically a buy run for to get third, and yeah, that's about it. But yeah, so look forward to some changes on this thing as far as the brake system. I mean, I think I'm gonna actually start working on it, you know, before, like the night before the drift event, so I could actually put some time in it and get the brakes working proper, because it's kind of been sketchy for a little while, and I've just been dealing with it, and especially the e-brake. I really wish I could have used the e-brake today. I felt like I could have been a little bit more precise and driven how I wanted to, be a little bit more aggressive with people, knowing that I could suck up to them and yank the e-brake if I started to slow down, other than like trying to left foot brake through it and then like bogging, I don't know, just doing a bunch of dumb shit. So that's that'll pretty much be this video. Thank you guys for watching. This is you know, basically an hour before Monday, so you guys are getting, you know, the super update on everything. I filmed some stuff with the S13. The S13, well, S13 like kind of review overview, as well as I think the guy who's supposed to come get it the other day, or I was kind of talking about it in the other video. He said he you know, he found another car, which is cool. But another one of you guys, subscriber, local here, he's been kind of watching the videos and seeing that. So I think he might, well, he's supposed to be coming and looking at it today when you guys watch this video. So we'll see. But yeah, still looking for a Supra. Thought I kind of found one, but you know, kind of turned out to be sketchy and shit. But yeah, thanks again.